please take a seat. We will be starting in a few minutes. All the awardees can please come and sit on this side of the room. We have chairs marked with your names. Good evening. I welcome everyone gathered here for the 5th MEENAKSHI RAGHAVAN NAMBIAR Trust Award function. I'm Tara.
I'm Nidhi.
And I'm Nikhil.
And this is Lori. Each year, we look forward to coming together from different parts of the country to honor and remember Mrs. MEENAKSHI RAGHAVAN NAMBIAR, who has left an indelible mark on all our lives. This trust function has become an occasion for us to pause, reflect, and rededicate ourselves to the valuable lessons of service and goodness left behind by our great-grandparents. We are privileged to have as our chief guest today, Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran. Ma'am, we request you to kindly grace the dais. I also request Mrs. Savita Srikumaran and Mr. R. Basant, the patrons of the trust, Mr. R. Jeswant, the chairperson, Mr. Ragen Basant, the managing trustee, to come to the dais. To initiate today's program with an invocation of the Almighty, I call upon Ms. Nidhi Uday.
എങ്ങുമെങ്ങും നിറയും വെളിച്ചമേ എൻ മനസ്സിൽ കുടിയിരിക്കണമേ നല്ല ബുദ്ധിയായി എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിലും നല്ല ചേതിയായി എൻ പിഞ്ചു കൈയിലും നല്ല ഭാഷയായി നാവിൻ്റെ തുമ്പിലും നന്മയാ നീ കടന്നിരിക്കണമേ എങ്ങുമെങ്ങും നിറയും വെളിച്ചമേ എൻ മനസ്സിൽ കുടിയിരിക്കണമേ.
Thank you, Nidhi. Amama's presence continues to be felt in our family and in the lives of the many students she guided. She taught us that education was not just about academic achievement, but about nurturing confidence, character, and a lifelong love for learning. The MEENAKSHI RAGHAVAN NAMBIAR Trust continues to carry forward that vision by recognizing and encouraging excellence among teachers and students, keeping alive the ideals that were so close to her heart. I request Mr. Bishan Jeswant, trustee, to deliver the welcome address.
Hello everyone, a very good evening. On behalf of the MEENAKSHI RAGHAVAN NAMBIAR Trust and the entire family, it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this 5th annual trust function, award function. The trust was established to honor the memory of my grandparents, Mr. Raghavan Nambiar and Mrs. M.R. Nambiar. Its focus is entirely as an educator, a reflection of Amama's lifelong passion as an educator. She believed deeply in the power of education in recognizing merit, and in giving young people the encouragement they need to realize their potential. This is also personal to me, having had the privilege of being a student at Chinmaya Vidyalaya, Calicut, while Amama was the principal there. So I didn't just know her as Amama, I also had the opportunity to see her as an educator. Seeing the care and commitment she brought to her students and colleagues left a lasting impression on me, and it's wonderful to see that spirit continue through the trust. It is now my privilege to warmly welcome our chief guest, Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran, eminent educationist and advisor to the chairman and board of trustees of Global Public School, Ernakulam. Ma'am, we are truly honored by your presence this evening. May I invite Tara and Lori, two of Amama's great-grandchildren, to present a bouquet to Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran as a token of our warm welcome and appreciation. We are equally delighted to welcome Commodore G. Ramachandran and thank him for joining us today. May I now invite Nidhi, also Amama's great-granddaughter, to present a bouquet to Commodore Ramachandran with our warmest welcome. I would also like to extend a very warm, special welcome to the residents of Gandhinagar Colony, where Amama spent much of her life. Most of you knew her personally, and your presence here today means a great deal to all of us. Thank you. To our friends and family, many of whom have traveled from different cities to be with us, thank you for your continued love and support. And to our scholarship recipients, award-winning students, teachers, parents, congratulations and welcome. You are the heart of today's celebration, and we hope these recognitions encourage you to continue pursuing excellence and inspire those around you. Before I conclude, I would like to place on record our sincere appreciation for Federal Bank for their continued banking support to the Trust and its initiatives. I would also like to warmly welcome our friends from the media and thank them for joining us this evening and helping share the message that education and opportunity can transform lives. Thank you all for being here and for helping us honor the values my grandparents stood for and keeping their legacy alive. I hope you all have a memorable and enjoyable evening. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you.
Thank you, Bishan Uncle, for that welcome. I would like to call upon Mr. Ragen Basant, Managing Trustee, to give us a report of the activities of the Trust.
Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran, our chief guest for the day, and ladies and gentlemen. Every year I stand here and tell you about what the Trust does and what the Trust is about. But now the fifth year, most of you here know what this Trust is about. So before I get into the activities of the Trust, let me first express my heartfelt gratitude to Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran for accepting our request and being here. My wife Liz says that the reason why she's a lawyer is Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran, because she did not know about National Law School, Bangalore. Apparently it is ma'am who told her to write the entrance, and so in a way you are responsible for my marriage. So thank you for that. So why is it, ma'am, why is it that you are the chief guest today? When we looked around, there's a lot of similarities between your life, your career trajectory, and my grandmother's career trajectory. To start off with, a very supportive husband who ensured that you didn't have to sacrifice anything. You could do undertake your career along with your other responsibilities. So the message that we want to send by inviting you here is that what my grandmother did in 1950s, there are people who are following that path, and which is why your presence here is very special to us today. Now, in this trust is called MEENAKSHI Raghavan Nambiar Trust. About my grandmother, all of you know, all of us speak. There's Raghavan Nambiar, part of this trust, who none of us grandchildren have met him because he passed away before we were born. He passed away before, I think, my eldest cousin Uday also was born, so none of us have met him. But what is it that this trust can learn from my grandfather? Let us look at that. They got married, I'm told, in 1948. What I'm told from my parents and from family, what I've heard is they were a dream couple, and he was a model husband, is what I've heard. In 1948, to find a husband who is so supportive of the wife having a career and making adjustments in their life and bringing up 3 children together, while both of them had their own independent careers, without asking the wife to make any sacrifice in her career, I think that kind of Raghavan Nambiar part of the trust requires, and we need to recognize equally. Now, for all you young, and there are many students from Ganpat Girls High School here. So what is his message? And there are many from all other schools here. So what is his message that you can imbibe from this? That you don't need to sacrifice anything. You can, the wife, the lady can have a career, can do whatever the husband can without sacrificing anything. And it is not like they didn't have a good family life. They had a very, very happy family life, and they brought up 3 children, and I'm sure all of you agree that turned out pretty okay. So there is that lesson I want all of you to know. So many times we tend to glorify the sacrifice. That, oh, the woman is sacrificing, all-encompassing sacrifice. I think sometime we need to understand that sacrifice part is also somewhere rooted in patriarchy. Now, the message I want to tell you is you don't need to sacrifice anything. If Mrs. Nambiar had decided that she'll sacrifice and look after her 3 children, we would have lost a very, very eminent educationist in Calicut. So I think that part, that message I want to tell all of you. Now, what is my lesson? What is my advice to my children, for example? That's the only people I can advise confidently without fear of any reprisal. To my son Nikhil, my advice is simply this. You have a grandfather who in 1948 showed you how to be a model husband, how to find happiness in the success of your wife's career, and how he managed both the career and his wife's career without any problem and bringing up a very happy family. That is my message to my son Nikhil and everybody else. What is my message to my daughter Tara? If anybody tells you that you can't do something because you are a girl, tell them that you had a grandmother who was born in who had an immensely successful career in 1950s and who had an immensely supportive husband in 1950s. So there is no need to compromise on anything. And just because how many people can have a role model of a grandmother? Parents, okay. How many can have grandparents who lived in 1950s and had a model life, husband-wife career, husband-wife plus successful professionals? There's no reason why anybody should tell you that you can't do anything because you are a girl. Now, I think enough of that. Now let me come to what this trust is about. Now, what we have done, as all of you, many of you know, we've chosen schools where my grandmother taught or was a principal. She was in the government service, so she's worked in many different schools. So we chose 4 or 5 schools, except one school, the West Hill School. She did not work there, but that is next to where we stay in Gandhinagar Colony. So we chose those schools. We started this, my grandmother passed away in 2021. The first anniversary in 2022, we set up this trust, started with 6 scholarships and 3 awards with a total budget of about 4.6 lakhs. I'm happy to inform you that in 2026, in our 5th year, we have expanded to 35 scholarships and 8 awards with a total budget of about 23.2 lakhs a year. And And this trust, how we function is, we don't accept contributions from anybody, any corporate, nothing. This is fully financed by the family members of the children and the grandchildren, etc., of this family. There is no other contribution we take from anybody else. Now, what is it that this trust entails to do? For my grandmother, it was very clear that education, nobody should be denied education for lack of resources. I keep telling my children, you may think you are bright, but there are thousands of brighter people outside who, if you had the opportunity which you had, they would be much better placed than you. So we should be aware, the privilege is a reality. They should be aware of their reality, privilege, and this trust aims to ensure that everybody with a possible way we can help. It's a matter of great pride for us so that this year, two of our scholars, Nihal from Model School Calicut and Tejalakshmi from Ganpat School, they have secured all A+ in their class 10 and class 12. Nihal and Tejalakshmi, if you are there, let everybody see who you are. That's Nihal, and Tejalakshmi, that's Tejalakshmi. It's a matter of immense pride for us, and it's a further pride for us that what we do is the best outgoing student we don't select. We tell the school, tell the principal, please let us know who's your best outgoing student. And Nihal has been chosen as the best outgoing student by the model school this year. So that is another matter of immense pride for all of us. So all I tell you at the end of it is that we promise, see this, my father and my aunt as patrons, my uncle is a chairperson, but it is our commitment to all of you and to them, that is the next generation, and now you saw the latest one who gave the bouquet, that's a future trustee. So it's all of us, it's a commitment to all of you that we will try our level best. Yes, now my father, my uncle, all of them are here, it happens on autopilot, but it's our commitment to you that this will continue. It is our responsibility to ensure that this continues without any glitch year after year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acha. I now invite Mr. R. Basant, patron of the trust, to say a few words.
Respected Madam Lakshmi Ramachandran, ladies and gentlemen, the author, founder, trustee, I don't think has anything more to say than what has already been said. As I always say, it's a rare blessing of God to be born of worthy parents. And we three siblings, my sister Sabita, my brother Jaswant, and I had the unique privilege of that, of being born to very worthy parents. When both of them passed away, there was a big void in our lives, and we wanted to know how best we can discharge the debt of gratitude. I believe acknowledging and discharging the debt of gratitude is the insignia of a gentleman, and we all would like to be a gentleman. Therefore, we thought we must do something that we can. I don't want my parents to be forgotten. I want them to be remembered for all the time. When I say I mean all the three siblings. And therefore we thought we will perpetuate their memory. How do we do that? Do things which they would have been very happy about if they were alive. Wherever they are, they should be enjoying what we are doing here in their name. And that is why we formed this trust and wanted to undertake activities which would have been, which are very near to their heart. And that is why we chose to undertake projects. As my son Raghendra has already said, my mother was always concerned. No, she was working in government schools mainly to start with, and she always used to say that the experience in those government schools catering to children or citizens belonging to the lower strata has been the greatest enriching experience in her life. As my son also told it, she always believed that merit as we understand today, is very relative, and it may not be a very correct, accurate assessment of excellence. And therefore, it was very important that people of the weaker sections, not one should be denied of the advantage of education because of poverty, because of lack of funds, because of their financial position. And that is why we have mainly, as he said, we have two major activities. One is encouraging the pursuit of excellence. Every year we choose one or two teachers who have outstanding record of their work or the excellence in their work. We choose 4 students from 4 different schools where my mother worked, where the outstanding students of those 4 schools are also given a cash award. That these are to promote excellence, and the other 35 students that we are awarding scholarships today are primarily meant to teachers select students based basically on their needs as also their excellence in their pursuit, and that is why we have this 35 students. I need only mention the managing trustee has already assured you and us also that the trust is in safe hands, and it will continue to be in safe hands. And that is what I am really proud of. The experience of the last 5 years tells me that my trustees, I'm not a trustee, my sister is not a trustee. We are authors of the trust, but we are not part of it. They have put us as patrons, and we happen to be patrons, that is all. And therefore we are really pleased that the trust is carrying on activities. Now, without taking any contribution from anyone, without spending a pie of the corpus on meetings like this, I'm very happy that the trustees are really discharging a good job as we expected them to when we founded the trust. Thank you very much, trustees. We want you to continue this, and we look forward to that from you all. My mother would have been very happy today, my parents, I lost my father long back. My mother would have been very happy today if she knows that every year we are having a function like this where all close persons very close to the family get together to remember her and to have this annual trust function. And therefore, it's a matter of great privilege. When I look at the audience, I can see my long time back neighbors, friends, well-wishers, relatives, everyone over here. This would also have been one of the happiest occasions for my parents if they were here today. And therefore, I'm really, really happy that all of you every year are responding to our invitation and are being here. This year, just one line and that is done. This year particularly, we wanted to have a chief guest who was an educator. We have had many persons, we have had administrators, we have had political leaders, etc. during the last 4 years. This year, I think it is my daughter, Liz, who said that we must have somebody who is similar to Amama in what she is doing, what she is performing. And that is why we thought we are singularly privileged that they requested you and you accepted, they kindly accepted the invitation. Thank you very much, ma'am. We are very happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Atuta. We are honored to have as our chief guest today Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran, who has been an active educator for over 4 decades. Her passion for English literature and her quest for new teaching techniques has found her holding many positions both in India and abroad. Her dynamism and vision came to light as she strived relentlessly to build a school with a difference as the founder principal of the Choice School, Kochi. The later years found her heading the prestigious Tata High-Range School, Munnar, the Millennium School, Dubai, and the Global Public School of Cochin. Currently, she is the mentor and the advisor to the chairperson and board of trustees of the Global Public School. She has had a lasting impact on the lives of students and the many educators that she has mentored. She brings energy, innovation, and enthusiasm into every learning space that she leads. Her unwavering pursuit of excellence and the high standards she sets for both students and colleagues make her an inspiring leader in the field of education. She is married to Commodore G. Ramachandran of the Indian Navy. Ma'am and sir, we are truly delighted by your presence today and are so glad that you made the time to be here with us. Ma'am, we request you to kindly address the gathering.
Mrs. Savita Sukshi Kumaran, Justice R. Basant, Mr. R. Jeswant, Mr. Ragen Basant, and trustees of the MEENAKSHI Raghavan Nambiar Trust, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, dear children, and award recipients, Namaskaram. It is indeed a privilege and an honor to be amidst this august gathering at the annual award function of the MEENAKSHI Raghavan Nambiar Trust. I consider it a blessing to participate in this celebration of a remarkable educator whose life continues to illuminate the path for generation of learners and teachers. I am reminded of the words of Dr. Margarita Montague. She says, and I quote, "Here's the thing about legacy. It's about more than wealth or accomplishments. It's about ensuring that the path you've walked continues to inspire and guide others in the future. Your legacy is every life you've touched." Unquote. These words beautifully capture the life and contribution of Mrs. MEENAKSHI Raghavan Nambiar. From what I've heard, long before the term child-centered learning, holistic education became educational buzzwords, she practiced them with conviction, wisdom, and compassion. Her influence continues to live on through this trust, which recognizes excellence while nurturing future generations. Today, therefore, we not only celebrate achievement, but also promise. Through these awards, it is almost as though Mrs. MEENAKSHI Nambiar continues her role as a guardian angel, encouraging those who strive, supporting those who persevere, and applauding those who make a difference. Before I go further, I want to share a beautiful idea from Japanese philosophy. And I want to teach the children that. Wabi-sabi. What is wabi-sabi? It teaches us to find beauty in imperfection, strength in vulnerability, and wisdom in life's journey. കുട്ടികളെ ആ വേർഡ് നിങ്ങൾ മറക്കരുത്. നമുക്കെപ്പോഴും പെർഫെക്റ്റ് ആവാൻ ഒക്കൂല. എന്ത് സർക്കംസ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ ഈ ജാപ്പനീസ് ഫ്രേസ് റിമെമ്പർ ചെയ്യണം. വാബി സാബി. നമുക്ക് ഇതിലും നമുക്ക് പെർഫെക്ഷൻ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ഫെയിലിയേഴ്സിൽ നിന്നും നമുക്ക് കാര്യങ്ങൾ പഠിക്കാം. എപ്പോഴും പെർഫെക്റ്റ്, ഇന്നലത്തേന്നും നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് കുറച്ച് ബെറ്റർ ആയാൽ മതി. അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ബൈ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് പ്രൊസീഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. We need not be flawless to be valuable. The challenges we face, the mistakes we make, and even the setback we experience are not flaws in our story. They make us unique. Perhaps one of the greatest lessons for our young awardees today is this: success is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming the very best version of yourself. At the risk of comparing, I was feeling like I had a mild imposter syndrome when Ragen said all those lovely words and compared me, but I dared to do the same, and I'm comparing the sublime with the ridiculous when I claim a common thread with Madam MEENAKSHI Nambiar. We both loved and love what we did and do. Therefore, I feel confident that she would approve of me beginning with the basics. And what do we do as teachers when we teach the basics? We remember our ABCs. So, remember, the first A is for attitude. You know, this famous psychologist, Carol Dweck, her research on the growth mindset has shown that attitude is often a better predictor of success than innate intelligence. What matters is not how gifted we are, but how we respond to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities to learn. As award winners, you have already shown നിങ്ങളുടെ attitude വളരെ നല്ലതാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ persevere ചെയ്യുന്ന കുട്ടികളാണ്. And you have the willingness to keep improving. Another brilliant book, which I read again and again, is by Robert Fulghum. He wrote, "Everything I need to know, I learnt in kindergarten." He reminds us of the simple wisdom contained in the nursery rhyme. Do you remember Incy Wincy Spider? The spider that keeps climbing despite being washed down repeatedly? There is something profoundly powerful in that image. Resilience, never giving up. It is the most important quality you can cultivate. Failure is not something to fear. Failure will happen. Every worthwhile journey includes disappointments, wrong turns, and moments of doubt. What matters is whether you have the courage to stand up again. Growth begins where comfort ends. The years ahead will present fresh opportunities to learn, to grow, and to discover strengths you may not know you possess right now. Your past successes, even your success today, do not guarantee future achievements. And nor do your past failures limit what you can become. B is for belief. Believe in yourself. Believe that sincere effort has value. Believe that hard work, integrity, and persistence will eventually bear fruit. There is a beautiful story about a pencil maker who spoke to his pencils before placing them in a box. As he was packing the pencils, he told them, "You will do great things, but only if you allow yourself to be held and guided. You will experience painful sharpening from time to time, but it will make you stronger. You will make mistakes, but you can always correct them. The most important part of you is what is inside. And wherever you are, leave your mark for something good." What a wonderful message for all of us. Circumstances will test us, life will sharpen us, yet each challenge has the potential to make us stronger, wiser, and more capable. Belief also means gratitude. Take time to appreciate the blessings that surround you. Your family, your teachers, your friends, and the countless opportunities available to you. Gratitude has a remarkable way of turning what we have into enough. And while we speak of success, let us remember something increasingly important in today's fast-paced world. Our happiness matters. Modern neuroscience tells us our well-being is influenced by 4 important chemicals. I use the word dose to remember that. Dopamine. It rewards achievement and motivates us to pursue goals. So that's a chemical your brain needs, dopamine. So run, dance, soak in sunlight, set meaningful targets, and celebrate small victories. The next one is O, oxytocin. It strengthens relationships, relationships. Spend time with people you love. Have a pet. Be kind to others. Build genuine connections. Serotonin is the next one. It supports emotional well-being. Spend time outdoors, enjoy nature, learn to appreciate life's simple joys. And endorphins. It helps us cope with stress. Exercise regularly. Laugh often. Make time for activities that bring you joy. You don't need to try drugs. We have dose which we can easily keep us happy and trigger and hack all our happy chemicals. Now I come to C. C is for choices. The everyday choice we make. Some small, some significant, some insignificant. The words we speak, the actions we take, the content we post or read online, the company we keep, and the values we uphold all shape the people we become. Choose responsibly. Choose kindness. True success is measured not merely by what we achieve, but by how we treat others along the way. Character is revealed when no one is actually watching you. Courage is demonstrated when standing up for what is right becomes difficult. Citizenship is expressed through small acts of responsibility that strengthen our communities. Leave every place a little better than you found it. Do not litter. Did you see the Japanese after a World Cup match just now? They cleared up the stadium after the match. Respect public spaces. Take ownership of your surroundings. Swachh Bharat begins not with policies, but with personal responsibility. C is also for connections. In today's world, we are often tempted to measure our worth through likes or how many followers we get on Insta or how much of online validation can we achieve. Remember, no digital metric can measure the value of genuine human relationships. Cherish your family. Nurture your friendships. Make time for real-time conversations. Family remains one of life's greatest blessings, and we see that in such great evidence this evening in this auditorium. It is a source of strength, encouragement, and unconditional love. And finally, C is for collaboration rather than competition. Healthy competition can inspire excellence, but collaboration creates something even more powerful, a community where everyone grows. You know, I'm reminded, as a teacher, of course, I have a zillion anecdotes of children, but one which I cherish to this day is when a mother came and told me that her son came back home from school bursting with excitement after auditions for the annual school play. The son rushed home and told his mother, "Mom, I got a part." "Really? What role did you get?" she asked. With a broad smile, he replied, "I was chosen to clap and cheer for everyone else." His mother hugged him, and she told me she realized that her son had understood something many adults spend a lifetime learning, that success is not about always being in the spotlight. Sometimes it is about helping others shine. That young boy, to me, was and is a winner, not because of the role he received, but because of the attitude he chose. Perhaps that is the lesson at the heart of everything that we are celebrating today. Achievement matters, excellence matters, but character matters even more. To our award recipients, remember, you are now ambassadors of the values that Mrs. Meenakshi Raghavan Nambiar stood for. Lead with courage, serve with humility, inspire through example. Remember, this recognition brings you responsibility. You're not merely accepting an honor, you're accepting the challenge to use your gifts in the service of others. To the parents and other members of the families gathered here today, thank you for your sacrifices, encouragement, and unwavering belief in your children. Remember that behind every successful young person stands a community of adults who loved, guided, and supported them. And to our awardees, may your future be marked not merely by success, but by significance. Not merely by accomplishment, but by contribution and by meaningful service. Recently, I think I read this about 2 days back, a quote from Pope Leo seemed so relevant and resonated so deeply with what is happening today. He said, and I quote, "The World Cup begins and many will watch the matches. Success reminds us of something we must not forget. Life is not a race to show off on our own, but a path we learn to walk together. Anyone who does not know how to pass the ball, even if you have talent, has not understood the game. Anyone who does not know how to live with and for others has not yet understood life. Life is not a race to outshine everyone. It is a journey in which we learn to support, encourage, and uplift one another." And Madam Meenakshi Raghavan Nambiar understood this truth. Her life was not merely about personal achievement. It was about passing on values, knowledge, encouragement, and opportunities to others. And that is why her legacy endures. May we all draw inspiration from her life. May that be the beacon that guides us. Thank you, and congratulations once again to all our recipients. God bless.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words. We now come to the presentation of awards for this year. We request our chief guest, Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran, to kindly present the awards for our outstanding teachers and best outgoing students for the year 2025 to 26. This year, we are giving a Special Achievement Award to a teacher for her lifelong contribution to the field of education. This comes with a cash award of Rs 50,000.
The award goes to Mrs. Zeena Johnson. Zeena ma'am began her career at Chinmaya Vidyalaya, Calicut, under the guidance of Mrs. M.R. Nambiar and dedicated 33 years to the teaching profession. She was widely admired by her students for being both disciplined and caring, a teacher who balanced firmness with warmth. Ma'am carried out every responsibility entrusted to her with utmost dedication and precision. Those who worked with her often remarked that she was Mrs. M.R. Nambiar's right hand, assisting her in countless ways and playing an invaluable role in the institution's day-to-day functioning. One of Zeena ma'am's most enduring qualities was her ever-present smile, which made her approachable and loved by everyone around her. I now request Zeena ma'am to come on stage and collect the award.
The next award is the Outstanding Teacher Award, accompanied by a cash prize of Rs 50,000, which goes to Lissy VM of Chinmaya Vidyalaya. Lissy ma'am joined Chinmaya Vidyalaya in 2000 and has been teaching there for the past 26 years. She teaches Malayalam and has also worked with Mrs. Emma Nambiar for 3 years. She has been selected by the school as the most outstanding teacher for her sincerity and commitment in carrying out every responsibility entrusted to her. I now request Lissy ma'am to come on stage and collect the award.
Next, we will be presenting the Best Outgoing Student Awards. These students have been selected by their respective schools for their academic performance coupled with excellence in extracurricular activities. This award is accompanied by a cash prize of Rs 25,000. The first award goes to Omved CP from Chinmaya Vidyalaya. The next award goes to Bijoy Chandra Bagchi from NSS Higher Secondary School, Meenchanda. Our third award goes to Chandana KV from Government Ganpat Model Girls Higher Secondary School. And the final Outgoing Student Award goes to Nihal NP from Government Model Higher Secondary School. We will now be announcing the names of the scholarship awardees, starting with scholarships for the Government UP School, West Hill. These will be given by Sushila Basant, Trustee. First, we have Ashwin A. Next, we have Mohammad Ishan P. Now, we have Shruti Kartikeyan. Now we have Sharon TP. Next is Ashwati V. Thank you, Achama. I now invite Vrinda Jaiswant to give the remaining awards. Anantu Krishna TP. Ameya Subhash. Next is Kashinath TP. Now we have Adish PK. Next, we have Hifa Fatima TP.
Thank you, Vrinda Mai. We will now be announcing the names of the scholarship awardees of Government Model Higher Secondary School, Kozhikode. These will be given by Liz Matthew, Anthropair, Trustee. First, we have Vaiga Shiv Chaitanya. Next, we have Prarthana M. Next is Hisham PM. Now we have Muhammad Shafiq P. Next is Adi PM. Next is Nikhat Khatun. Next, we have Adit Krishna. Next is Vaibhav KP. Next is Adit P.
We will now be announcing the names of the scholarship awardees of Government Ganpat Model Girls Higher Secondary School, Kozhikode. These will be given by Bianca Jaiswant, Trustee. First, we have Aisha Nahana KP. Now we have Janaki Sajit. Next, we have Archana V. Now we have Fatima Afla NV. I think she was not able to attend. Next, we have Vedamrita M. We now have Fatima Afla NV. Thank you, Papu Chechi. I now invite Rahul J. Nair to give the remaining awards. First, we have Jyotisha J. Next, we have Avantika C. Now we have Hannah Mariam P. Next is Insha TT.
Thank you, Rahul. Now I'll be announcing the names of scholarships being awarded to students chosen by the Trust. These are children and grandchildren of staff members who made a difference in Amama's life through their dedication and hard work. I now invite R. Jeswant, chairperson of the Trust, to give these awards. First, we have Parvana T. Next, we have Manikandan G. Next, we have Santish S.K. Next, we have Archana T.P. Next, we have Ranjani Vel Murugan, whose prize will be collected by her father. Next, we have Nia Prasad. Next, we have Ilampariti M, whose prize will be collected by her aunt, Ashwini. Lakshmi.
Thank you, Etu Mama. It is a matter of great pride for the Trust that two of our scholarship recipients have completed their class 10 and 12 respectively with all A+. It is heartening that one of our Trust scholars has also been chosen as the best outgoing student by the principals and teachers of Government Model Higher Secondary School. To encourage them in their future endeavors, the Trust has decided to give a cash award of 10,000 rupees to our scholars. Their achievement reflects their hard work, along with the support that the MEENAKSHI Raghavan Nambiar Trust seeks to provide through its initiatives. I invite Mr. R. Basant, patron, to give these awards. I call upon Nihal NP, Government Model Higher Secondary School, to collect the award. I now call upon Teja Lakshmi PM, Government Ganpat Model Girls Higher Secondary School, to collect her award.
I now invite Mrs. Zina Johnson to say a few words.
ഹരി ഓം. എന്താ പറയുക, എനിക്ക് ഏറ്റവും പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട, എന്നെ ഏറ്റവും അധികം സ്നേഹിച്ചു എന്ന് ഞാൻ വിശ്വസിക്കുന്ന എൻ്റെ മാഡത്തിന് ആദ്യം തന്നെ പ്രണാമം അർപ്പിക്കുന്നു. ഇന്നത്തെ ഈ ദിവസം, ഈ നിമിഷം എന്നെ സംബന്ധിച്ച് ഏറ്റവും എൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും മഹത്തായ ഒരു നിമിഷം തന്നെയാണ്. എന്താണെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയാതെ തന്നെ എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാമല്ലോ. മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ പേരിൽ ഒരു അംഗീകാരം ലഭിക്കുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ജീവിതത്തിൽ കിട്ടുന്ന ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ബഹുമതി തന്നെയാണ്. ആ ഒരു പുരസ്കാരം ലഭിക്കുന്നതിന് വേണ്ടി എന്നെ തിരഞ്ഞെടുത്ത എല്ലാവർക്കും ഏറ്റവും നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. മാഡത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയാമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് 5 മിനിറ്റോ 10 മിനിറ്റോ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞാൽ തീരില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഒരു കൊല്ലം മുഴുവൻ പറഞ്ഞാലും തീരില്ല. അത്ര അധികം ഉണ്ട് മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ കൂടെയുള്ള എൻ്റെ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ. ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം ഞാൻ മാഡത്തിനെ കണ്ട ദിവസം തന്നെ പറയാം, ജൂൺ 17. അന്നാണ് ഞാൻ മാഡത്തിനെ ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യമായിട്ട് കാണുന്നത്. അന്ന് ഞാൻ BEd കഴിഞ്ഞ്, മെയ് മാസത്തിൽ BEd കഴിഞ്ഞ് റിസൾട്ട് പ്രതീക്ഷിച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ചിന്മയിൽ എൻ്റെ ഒരു നെയ്ബർ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, സീന, ചിന്മയിൽ ഒരു വേക്കൻസി ഉണ്ട്, പോയി ഒരു ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ കൊടുത്തോളൂ. പക്ഷേ ഒരു കാര്യമുണ്ട്, വളരെ സ്ട്രിക്റ്റായ ഒരു സ്ട്രോങ് ലേഡിയാണ് പുതിയ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൾ, മിസ്സസ് MR നമ്പ്യാർ. കുറച്ച് സൂക്ഷിച്ചും കണ്ടുമൊക്കെ പോയിക്കോ എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. അതുകൂടെ കേട്ടതോടെ ഇപ്പം ഈ നിൽക്കുന്ന പോലെ തന്നെ മുട്ട് വരയ്ക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങി. ഇപ്പം മാഡം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മാഡം ഒരിക്കലും എന്നെ ഈ സ്റ്റേജിൽ കയറ്റില്ല. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മാഡത്തിന് ഏറ്റവും നന്നായിട്ട് അറിയാം, ഞാൻ ഒട്ടും ശോഭിക്കാത്തൊരു ഫീൽഡാണ് ഒരു സദസ്സിനെ അഭിമുഖീകരിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത്. മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ജോലി ചെയ്ത ഒരിക്കൽ പോലും മാഡം എന്നെ സ്റ്റേജിൽ കയറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല, ഒന്നും പറയാൻ കയറ്റിയിട്ടില്ല. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എനിക്ക് കഴിയില്ല, ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഇങ്ങനെ ശരിക്കും വിറച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് നിൽക്കുന്നത്, പറയാതെ വയ്യ. അങ്ങനെ ഞാൻ ചെന്നു. ആ ജൂൺ 17 റിസൾട്ടൊന്നും വന്നിട്ടില്ല. BEdൻ്റെ പെരും മഴയുള്ള ഒരു ദിവസമാണ്. തൊണ്ടയാട് ബസ് ഇറങ്ങി നടന്നു, കുറച്ച് നനഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്സൊക്കെ എടുത്ത് ചെല്ലുക. ആ മുറിയിലേക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ കയറുമ്പം കുറച്ച് നനഞ്ഞിട്ടൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അത് കണ്ടപ്പോൾ തന്നെ മാഡം ഒന്ന് നോക്കി, അത് തന്നെ മതി, ധാരാളം. അപ്പം എന്നോട് ചോദിച്ചു, സർട്ടിഫിക്കറ്റ്സൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് നോക്കിയിട്ട് ചോദിച്ചു, എന്ന് റിസൾട്ട് വരും? അപ്പം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, മാം ജൂലൈ 1st or 2nd വീക്ക് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ശരി, വീണ്ടും ഒന്ന് നോക്കി, എന്നിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, എപ്പോൾ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യുമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചു. അപ്പം ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, മാഡം പറയുന്ന പോലെ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ശരി, അന്നൊരു വ്യാഴാഴ്ചയായിരുന്നു, മൺഡേ വന്ന് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തോളൂ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടു അവിടെ നിന്ന് ഓടി. ഞാൻ ആദ്യം തന്നെ ചെന്ന് ഈ വിവരം അറിയിച്ചത് എന്നെ LP സ്കൂളിൽ പഠിപ്പിച്ച, സാവിയോ LP സ്കൂളിൽ പഠിപ്പിച്ച ഹെഡ് മിസ്ട്രസ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. മാഡം വന്ന് അവിടെ AU ആയിട്ട് ചെന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതെനിക്കറിയില്ല, ഞാൻ ചെറുതല്ലേ. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ടീച്ചറെ അടുത്ത് നിന്നിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, ടീച്ചറെ എനിക്ക് ജോലി കിട്ടി ചിന്മയിൽ, അവിടെ ഒരു പ്രിൻസിപ്പളാണ് മിസ്സസ് MR നമ്പ്യാർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. എന്നെ ഇങ്ങനെ ചേർത്തിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, ബെസ്റ്റ് സീന, ഇല്ല ഫസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഈസ് ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഇനി സീനയ്ക്ക് പുറകോട്ട് തിരിഞ്ഞ് നോക്കണ്ട. മിസ്സസ് നമ്പ്യാരുടെ കീഴിൽ ജോലി ചെയ്തവർ ഒരിക്കലും തോക്കില്ല, സീനിയൻ എവിടെയും തോക്കില്ല എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു എന്നോട്. സത്യം പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാനൊരു ബിഗ് സീറോ ആയിരുന്നു അന്നും. എങ്ങനെ പിന്നെ മാഡം എന്നെ എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ ചെറിയ ക്വാളിറ്റീസ് ഉള്ള ഒരാളാക്കി എടുത്തു എന്ന് എനിക്കറിയില്ല. ഏറ്റവും ആദ്യം മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ പറയാനുള്ളത് എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, മാഡത്തിന് ഏറ്റവും നിർബന്ധമായിട്ടുള്ളത്, നമ്മുടെ സബ്ജക്റ്റും, നമ്മൾ BEd ചെയ്തവരാണ്, ഡിഗ്രി കഴിഞ്ഞവരാണ്, നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ നല്ല നോളജൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടാവും, നമ്മൾ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോയി അതൊക്കെ അവതരിപ്പിക്കും. പക്ഷേ മാഡം പറയും, അതിലൊക്കെ ഉപരിയായിട്ട് വേണ്ടത് എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ വൃത്തിയായിട്ട് ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോകണം, നിങ്ങൾ സ്റ്റൈലിഷ് ആയിരിക്കണം, നിങ്ങളുടെ മാനേഴ്സ്, വേ ഓഫ് ഡ്രസ്സിങ്, അത് നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കാൻ വേറെ എവിടെയും പോണ്ട, മാഡം തന്നെ മതി. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് രാവിലെ നിന്നാൽ ഇതാ പണി, മാഡം ഇറങ്ങി വരുന്നത് നോക്കിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. എന്ത് കാണാനെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ സാരീസ്, ജ്വല്ലറി, ഇത് മാത്രം. അത് എനിക്ക് മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ ഓരോ കമ്പലും മാലയും വളയും ഒക്കെ അറിയാം, എല്ലാം എനിക്ക് കാണിച്ചാലും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ബൈഹാർട്ടുമാണ്. അത് അന്ന് 300 രൂപ ശമ്പളം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു, ഞങ്ങൾ 3000 രൂപയുടെ പർച്ചേസിങ്ങിന് പോകും. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഈ സാരി വാങ്ങുക, ഇതൊക്കെ തന്നെയാണ്. മാഡം അതൊക്കെ തന്നെ അത്രയും വൃത്തിയായിട്ട് പോകണം. നമ്മൾ എത്ര ഒരു ഭംഗിയല്ല ഡ്രസ്സിങ് നന്നാവാതെ ചെന്നാലും നമ്മളെ മാഡം മോൾഡ് ചെയ്തെടുക്കും. അങ്ങനെ എന്നെയൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് വൃത്തിയാക്കി എടുത്തു എന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. പിന്നെ മാഡം പോയതിന് ശേഷം നമ്മളെ ആ ഒരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റൊക്കെ കുറഞ്ഞു. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അത്രയും മാഡത്തിന് ഇഷ്ടമാണ് നമ്മളങ്ങനെ വൃത്തിയിൽ വരുന്നത്. ക്ലാസ്സിലൊക്കെ പോകുന്നതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ. പിന്നെ മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ പെർഫെക്ഷൻ, ഡിസിപ്ലിൻ, ഇതൊന്നും എന്താ പറയുക, പറഞ്ഞാലും തീരില്ല. എത്ര പേടിയാണ് നമുക്ക്, പക്ഷേ അറ്റ് ദ സെയിം ടൈം ഭയങ്കര ലവിങ് ആണ്. ഞാനൊക്കെ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ഇത്രയേ ഉള്ളൂ, പക്ഷെ മാഡം ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ചേർത്ത് പിടിക്കലുണ്ട്, അത് മാത്രം മതി. ഇപ്പോൾ പേരൻസ് വന്നാൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും കംപ്ലയിൻറ്റ്സ് ഉണ്ടായാലൊക്കെ നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ അവരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ചേർത്ത് പിടിച്ചിരിക്കും, ഒരു താഴാനും സമ്മതിക്കില്ല, ഒന്നും നമുക്ക് തോന്നില്ല, നമ്മൾ അത്രയും പ്രൊട്ടക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യും. കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആ മുറിയിലേക്ക് കയറുന്നൊരു രംഗമുണ്ട്, അത് എന്താ പറയുക, അങ്ങോട്ട് കയറി തന്നെയാണ്. കയറി നല്ലോണം കിട്ടും, ഇറങ്ങി അങ്ങ് പോരും. പിന്നെ പിറ്റേ ദിവസം നമ്മൾ എന്താ ആലോചിക്കാന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ, അയ്യോ എങ്ങനെ മാഡത്തിന് ഫേസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് നാളെ ചെന്നിട്ട് രാവിലെ. പക്ഷെ മാഡം അത് മറന്നുണ്ടാവും. നമ്മൾ രാവിലെ ആ സൈൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെയെങ്കിലും സൂത്രത്തിൽ സൈൻ ചെയ്ത് ഓടാമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കും. ഒരു ടീച്ചർക്കും രക്ഷപ്പെടാൻ പറ്റില്ല. 50 ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ 50 പേരും മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ രാവിലെ വിഷ് ചെയ്യും, ചെയ്തിരിക്കണം, ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ മാഡം തിരിച്ച് വിഷ് ചെയ്യും. എന്താ സീനാന്ന് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഇങ്ങോട്ട് വിളിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ രക്ഷയില്ലല്ലോ, നമ്മളിങ്ങനെ അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ കൂടെ മെല്ലെ പോകാമെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കും, പക്ഷെ പറ്റുമൊന്നുമില്ല. അതുപോലെ ഞാൻ ഏറ്റവും ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്, ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ കാലത്തൊക്കെ സ്കൂളുകളിൽ നമ്മൾ കാണും, പ്രിൻസിപ്പൾ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോയി ഇരിക്കുന്നു, പിന്നെ ഇൻസ്പെക്ഷന് ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് പുറത്തുനിന്ന് വരുന്നു, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് കാണും. മാഡം പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്ന കാലത്ത് 40 ഡിവിഷനോ മറ്റോ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. LKG തൊട്ട് ഹയർ സെക്കൻഡറി വരെ മാഡം തന്നെയാണ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൾ. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോലും മാഡം ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 1 മിനിറ്റോ നിന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. ആ ക്ലാസ്സിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ കയറി നോക്കുക അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ക്ലാസ്സിൻ്റെ പുറത്ത് നിന്ന് നോക്കുക, ഒന്നും കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. പക്ഷെ മാഡം ഒരു പോക്ക് പോവും അതിലെ, അതായത് ഒരു റൗണ്ട്സിന് അങ്ങ് ഇറങ്ങും. ഈ 40 ക്ലാസ്സും കവർ ചെയ്ത് തിരിച്ചെത്തിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഓരോ ക്ലാസ്സിലും ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു കുട്ടി എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ടീച്ചർ അവിടെ മോശമായിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് മാഡം പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കും. മിക്കവാറും എന്നോട് തന്നെയായിരിക്കും പറയുക. അപ്പം എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും മാഡം എന്നോട് പറയും, എന്ത് തന്നെ വന്നാലും. ചിലപ്പോൾ എന്നോട് പറയും, സീന ഇന്ന ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോയിട്ട് അവിടെ ആ ടീച്ചർ പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നു എന്ന് പുറത്തുനിന്ന് കുറച്ച് നേരം കേട്ടിട്ട് വാ, ഒരു 5 മിനിറ്റ് കേട്ടിട്ട് വാ, എന്താ സീനയ്ക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും മനസ്സിലായോ എന്ന് എന്നോട് പറയുമെന്ന് പറയും. അതായത് അത്രയും ചിലപ്പോൾ മോശമായ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടാവും, ഞാൻ നല്ലതായിട്ടല്ല, എന്നിട്ട് പറയും. അവരെ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് വിളിച്ചിട്ട് മാഡം വേണ്ട എല്ലാം പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കും. അങ്ങനെ എന്താ പറയുക, ഒരുപാട് ക്വാളിറ്റീസ് മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് നിന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. എനിക്ക് വിറയ്ക്കുന്നുണ്ട് ശരിക്കും പറയുമ്പോൾ. പിന്നെ മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ കൂടെ കുറച്ച് വെള്ളം കുടിക്കും. പിന്നെ മാഡം ടൂർ അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്യും ടീച്ചേഴ്സിന്. ഒരു 3 days, മിനിമം ഒരു 3 days ടൂർ ഉണ്ടാവും. അത് ജൂൺ തൊട്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ പ്ലാനിങ് തുടങ്ങും, പ്രിപ്പറേഷനും പ്ലാനിങ്ങും ഒക്കെ തുടങ്ങും. എന്താ രസം, അതിൻ്റെ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞാൽ തീരില്ല. ആർക്കും എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഒരു പ്രിൻസിപ്പളും ഒരു ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനും ഇത്രയും നല്ല അവസരങ്ങളൊന്നും കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവില്ല. ഏറ്റവും നല്ല അക്കോമഡേഷൻ, ഏറ്റവും നല്ല ഫുഡ് ഞങ്ങൾ പോവും. പിന്നെ അവിടെയുണ്ട് രസം. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ രാവിലെ 8 മണിക്ക് ഇറങ്ങി ഇന്ന സ്ഥലം നിങ്ങൾ റെഡിയായി താഴെ നിൽക്കണം എന്ന് പറയും. 8ന് 5 മിനിറ്റ് ഉള്ളപ്പോൾ മാഡം ഉണ്ടാവും താഴെ. നമ്മളാരെങ്കിലും ഒരാൾ വൈകിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അത് അടുത്ത നോട്ടം. അപ്പോൾ ഇതൊക്കെ ശരിക്കും നമുക്ക് മാഡം പറഞ്ഞു തന്നിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. അതായത് നിങ്ങളെങ്ങനെ കുട്ടികളെ ടൂറിന് കൊണ്ടുപോയാൽ നിങ്ങളെങ്ങനെ പെരുമാറണം, നിങ്ങൾ അവിടെ ഏറ്റവും ഡിസിപ്ലിൻഡ് ആയിരിക്കണം, നിങ്ങൾ പങ്ക്ച്വൽ ആയിരിക്കണം, അതൊക്കെ മാഡം പഠിപ്പിച്ചതെന്നാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് നിന്നാണ് മനസ്സിലാവുക. പിന്നെ ഞാൻ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്താ പറഞ്ഞ അങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട്. പിന്നെ പേഴ്സണലി വ്യക്തിപരമായിട്ട് പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഞാനും മാഡവും തമ്മിൽ ഭയങ്കര അറ്റാച്ച്ഡാണ്. എൻ്റെ ഒരു കാര്യവും മാഡത്തിന് അറിയാത്തില്ല, എല്ലാം ഞാൻ മാഡത്തിനോട് പറയും. ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ ഒരു മുഖം വാടിയാൽ മാഡത്തിന് അറിയാം എന്താ സീനാന്ന് ചോദിക്കും. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി. അതാ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്, ആ ഒരു ചേർത്ത് പിടിക്കൽ മതി മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ. എത്ര ചീത്ത പറഞ്ഞാലും നമ്മൾ പുറത്തുനിന്നൊക്കെ കണ്ടു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആ ഒന്ന് ചേർത്ത് പിടിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മുടെ എല്ലാ വിഷമവും മാറും. ഇപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ പറയാൻ, എൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡ് അന്ന് ഗൾഫിലായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ലീവിന് വരും. ലീവിന് വന്ന് 2 ദിവസവും 3 ദിവസവും ആയിട്ടും മാഡത്തിനെ കാണാൻ ചെന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്നോടൊരു ചോദ്യമുണ്ട്, എന്താ സീന ജോൺസൺ എന്നെ കാണണ്ടേന്ന്. അപ്പോൾ അത്രയും മാഡം എന്നെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട് എന്നുള്ളതല്ല അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. എനിക്കാണെങ്കിൽ മടിച്ചിട്ടായിരിക്കും ഞാൻ കൊണ്ടുപോകാത്തത്, പക്ഷെ മാഡം ചോദിക്കുക അതാ. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ചെല്ലും. പിന്നെ മാഡം ഞങ്ങളുടെ അടുത്തുനിന്ന് പോയിട്ടും വീട്ടിലാണെങ്കിലും മാഡം ചോദിക്കും, ഞാൻ വിളിക്കുമ്പോൾ സീന എന്താ ജോൺസൺ വന്നിട്ട് എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് വരാത്തെ. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ ചെല്ലും. അങ്ങനെ എല്ലാത്തിലും മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ കൈ ഉണ്ട് എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത്. എനിക്ക് എവിടെയാണെങ്കിലും ഞാൻ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടാവുമായിരുന്നു. കുറേ ഉണ്ട് പറയാൻ, നിർത്തട്ടെ. ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരുപാട് എന്താ പറയുക അത്രയധികം ഞാൻ സ്നേഹിച്ച. വേറൊന്നുകൂടെ പറയാം, ഞാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം സ്റ്റാറ്റസ് ഇട്ടു മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ ഫോട്ടോ. അപ്പം കുറേ മുമ്പ് പഠിപ്പിച്ചു പോയ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ്, എൻ്റെ കുട്ടികൾ എല്ലാം വിളിച്ചു. എന്നിട്ട് പറയാം, മിസ് എപ്പോഴും ഓർക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ മാമിനെ? ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു പിന്നെ അല്ലാണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ കുറേ പഴയ ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് വിളിച്ചിട്ട് ചോദിക്കുക, എന്ത് ഭംഗിയല്ലേ സീന മാമിൻ്റെ ആ ഫോട്ടോയിലുള്ള സാരി. അത്രയാണ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, ഞങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക അത് തന്നെയായിരുന്നു മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ ഓരോന്നും. ഞങ്ങൾ അങ്ങനെ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ച് എന്താ പറയുക, അത്രയും ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. മാഡത്തിൻ്റെ വീട്ടിലുള്ളവരെയും ഒക്കെ എനിക്കറിയാം, എന്നോട് എല്ലാം പറയും മാഡം. അപ്പം അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മാഡത്തിന് ഞാൻ ഫേവറേറ്റ് ആയിരുന്നു എന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. അതെനിക്ക് അത്രയും ഇഷ്ടമുണ്ട്, അത്രയും സന്തോഷമുണ്ട് ഇപ്പോൾ ഇവിടുന്ന് പറയാൻ. അപ്പോൾ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടെ നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ് ഈ ഒരു അവസരം എനിക്ക് തന്നതിന് എല്ലാവർക്കും. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
Thank you, ma'am. We now come to the concluding part of our function. I request Mrs. Sabida Srikumaran, my Achama, patron, to present a memento to our honorable chief guest as a token of our gratitude. I now request Mrs. Hita Kumar to present a memento to Commodore G. Ramachandran. To conclude the function, I request Mr. Uday Srikumar, my father, trustee, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all of you. I know it's been a long evening, so I'm not going to keep you here for long, but it's very heartening to see all of you here. Every year I feel, thank you. Every year I feel this deep sense of gratitude that we can gather here and celebrate the life of a great individual, Mrs. M.R. Nambiar, my Amma. What a beautiful being she was. And I know we've spoken about her a lot this evening. But she truly touched the lives of so many individuals with her love and commitment to imparting knowledge. I'm thankful to Mr. Basant, my Bajumama, for initiating the idea of this trust and for ensuring we keep the dream of Amama alive and going strong. Thank you to all the trustees for all the efforts they're making to make this dream a reality. I think there's a lot of effort that's being put in by my cousin Kutan and Echumama and everyone. I think deserves a lot of praise. The family and I are truly grateful to Mrs. Lakshmi Ramachandran for being here and for sharing her beautiful words of wisdom with us. I mean, I have so many parts of the speech I liked. I wish I could just quote the entire thing again. It was so beautiful. I mean, if I may just highlight two aspects of the speech that I really liked. I loved what you said about Wabasabi, the finding strength and beauty in imperfection. That's just a beautiful message for all the youngsters. And I think it's very pertinent that you speak about this at such an occasion. It's very inspiring, not just for them, but for me as well. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you also to Commodore G. Ramachandran for being here. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate you being here. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Amama's beautiful sisters, Veli Aunty and Indu Aunty, for being here. Thank you so much. Also her beloved brother-in-law, Chandran uncle, my lovely Prajotan, yeah. Prajotan, my beloved Amama's nephew, and Resina Chechi, who's looking down, very shy, her niece. So thank you so much for being here. Very nice of you. Thank you. We are also thankful to all the teachers and students who have been rewarded today from the various educational institutions that our mama had been closely associated with for being here today. We're glad to see all the families and well-wishers also who've been in attendance to support the achievements of the students and teachers. I think it is your presence that gives this entire evening its true meaning. So thank you so much for being here. It was a lovely I mean, it was a lovely, very heartfelt speech by Ms. Zina. I mean, it was nice to hear such a heartwarming and humane speech from her. So thank you so much, Ms. Zina, for what she spoke about. Thanks to the hotel staff of Alagapuri for helping us host this event, to the press, members of the press, to the manager and employees of Federal Bank, to all our neighbors and friends in Gandhinagar colony who, where Mama just enjoyed living, and she was, I mean, I think she spent so many happy days there. So thank you to all the members of Gandhinagar colony for being here. And I just wanted to thank all of our dear friends and well-wishers who've supported us so kindly by being here today. As Amama's birth centenary year winds down, I'd just like to conclude by bowing down to her and to her beautiful husband, who was so supportive, who my cousin Rakin spoke so beautifully about. And I just wanted to go back to what Ms. Lakshmi Ramchandran spoke about, in that I think my grandfather actually helped Amama to become the best version of herself. So thank you so much for that. That really ties into what we're trying to do here, so thank you. Thank you for me. I just want to thank Amama and my grandfather for making their life a valuable lesson for us. The sincerity and commitment you had in all the activities you did, and your love for education and learning, these are the aspects that will remain with us forever. Thank you so much. Thanks all of you for being here. Have a lovely evening. Thank you.
That marks the end of today's function. Again, we thank everyone for being here, for making it so memorable for all of us. I would request the awardees and the teachers to please come on stage for a few minutes. We wanted to take a group picture with everyone. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.